Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Says It Superstar series episode, which is coming all to do with imperfect action, because imperfect action is something I'm really passionate about, and I am actually the living embodiment, especially right now, of that, because as you can probably tell, my hair isn't dry. I haven't set this up perfectly, so I don't know how the light is, I don't know what's going on in the background, but I am here. And imperfect action is so important as a sensitive woman because we get ourselves into all kinds of stuckness when we are waiting for things to be perfect. So, for example, today, if I waited till I'd washed my hair and styled it, then the way my day is today, I wouldn't have gotten the opportunity to do this, and that would have been a real shame, because I love doing these episodes, but they only come from imperfect action. They can't come from a place of perfection, because perfectionism doesn't exist. So I was thinking about the kind of the areas that as a sensitive woman we can really feel that we're being inauthentic. And one of those areas is when we feel we've got to show up as being perfect. Say, for example, at school gates, or in your business, or when you are meeting people for the first time. There's this real sense that you've got to be a certain way in order to be accepted. But actually, what I have found to be so true, especially over the last couple of years especially, is that the more you show up completely as yourself, the more connected you feel to other people around you, and the more you attract the people who are your people, if that makes sense. So, of course, there is always going to be that part of you that wants the people who matter to you to like you, but we've got to always be moving away from people pleasing and from perfectionism, because, as I've talked about many times before, those inner fear freaky freaks that we have really do serve to keep us in what they feel is a safe place, but actually it's a real stuck kind of frustrated and resentful space. So at all points it's looking at, right, if I am being on this mask of perfectionism, how is this actually serving me? So ask yourself that. If there's an area in your life where you really feel that you are trying to be perfect, or you need to be perfect, ask yourself why. Why are you doing that? Like, how is it serving you? How is it serving the people around you? Because from my experience, and from the experience of working with a lot of different women, I have found that when we are striving for perfection, we're in a place of pushing and controlling, and it's never fun. And so therefore it's never fun for the people around us, and we're not showing up in that authentic way, which means that we're truly connected and we're truly full of joy and peace and fun. And I am always a work in progress, and I will be for life, and I hope that I'm constantly learning about this, because I feel at the moment that it comes up for me in different areas, and it's always an opportunity to look and see how life can feel even better by letting go a bit of that control. And the other thing that I was talking about is, so we have this idea that we need to show up as being perfect in certain areas of our life, and that very much fits in with our inner fear freaky freak, the perfectionist. And as Liz Gilbert says, perfectionism is a serial killer of joy, and I totally agree with that. The other area is, where are you pushing away offers of support and encouragement and feeling like it's you're going it alone, and it's you against the world? And I totally feel this again and again and again. I am big on community, but I have always been like that, but experiences and stories have made me feel like I do have to go it alone. But actually what I've discovered over the last 5 years is that community is part of who I am. I love being part of them, and I love creating them and supporting them. You might be able to hear my little one in the background because he's getting ready for his day with his daddy today. So it's all about those communities for me. It's all about building those communities, and I absolutely love it, and I see the power of what happens when women are together in community. I feel it myself again and again and again, and I know I've had my biggest breakthroughs, I've seen the biggest changes, I've experienced the biggest results and success in my life, my business, my relationships, everything, when I have been part of a community, when I have reached out and asked for support, or just used the space to be able to share in a way that is authentic. So if we're looking at that first part that I talked about, if there are areas in your life where you still feel you have to show up as being perfect, okay, so it's about asking yourself, why is that? Why do I feel like that? And if you feel that there is the case that you do need to have that sense of control over that area, do you have a space where you can show up completely as yourself? Is there a space that you can walk into where you feel safe, where you can practice letting go of that inner fear, freaky freak, that perfectionist? Is there a space where you can walk in and you can feel totally supported? And in that space, you can share what is true for you. Maybe that is goals, intentions, things you want to achieve, things you want to bring into the world, things you want to let go of, old behaviours and habits that really aren't working for you anymore. So if you have got that, make sure you're using it. It's one of the most precious resources. Obviously what you're doing internally, the internal work that you do on your mat and off your mat is so key, and that's always going to be where the real juice is. However, if you don't have that external support, if you don't have a group, tribe of women around you who are authentic and who are supportive and who get you and hold you and support you, and that's through the good and the bad, then the internal work, it's very, very easy for us to get stuck in our heads. And you always have the answer within you. But for me, having a group around me and different communities and different ways that I can reach out and different ways I can be inspired and motivated is really important. Because as a sensitive woman, you're connected with your cycle, you're connected with what's going on outside of you as well. So that means you need to have the external fuel from that high vibration of women who show up completely authentic themselves, and you can tap into that energy. It's so crucial. If you don't have that already and you're interested in finding that and seeing how incredible life feels when you have that external support where you can drop that perfectionism, then I'd totally welcome you to come and hang out with me in the Soul Confidence sphere, because that's what I am so passionate about. I'm so passionate about women coming together to support each other and to drop that perfectionism, to drop this idea that things need to be perfect. So I have an online community and I have an in-person community, and both are incredibly powerful. So for me, the moment that I stop trying to go it alone and trying to figure everything out in my own head, and I actually just give myself space to ask support from the universe or God, or however you class it. And I also tap into the communities of women around me and really understand that we aren't meant to go alone. That means that I have this serious, it's like a rocket that through my bum, a better phrase, it seriously can transform, and it's so crucial that we have that. Yes, so I just wanted to check what the final part that I wanted to share about was, and this is future tripping, and this is so detrimental to our emotional well-being and to any form of success that we want to experience. There has not been one single amazing thing that has happened in my business or my life that happened because it was the right time. In fact, the big ones I can think of, which were making the decision to move to Manchester when I had a business and a life in London, and I made a decision to move to Manchester. That was completely imperfect action. Having my baby, completely imperfect action. birthing my first ever solo program, Complete Imperfect Action, the first retreat I ran, every single live event that I run, my membership community. It's never been a time that I'd consider the perfect timing. What has happened is I've dropped that perfectionism. I have reached out and asked for support. I have used the communities that I have as that external support. I have voiced my truth, what I want, and therefore then everything has risen up to support me through that. Of course, it has never been pretty, but it can be very, very graceful. You can have grace even when you're riding over some extreme bumpy moments, and you can have total permission for it not to be graceful as well, for it to be mucky and challenging, and like you end up with scrapes and bruises, because that's part of the journey, that's part of the experience, that's part of what makes those experiences and successes so crucial for you. So for me, you know, I've had some amazing businesses. Some have been really successful, some have been less so, but I have learned something from each and every one of them. I'm in a place now where I am doing absolutely the work that I'm here to do, and I'm absolutely loving it. It all comes from imperfect action though. It all comes from imperfect action, and it most definitely comes from me doing the work on my mat and off my mat, and using my external support networks. So this is the thing, you drop that mask of perfection, you let go of the inner perfectionist and the people pleaser, okay, and this is work for life. If you do still have it, then that's fine. Just know that you have got the power within you to let that go. You reach out and stop pushing away people that want to help you, and look at all the different ways. We're going to be doing this in the tribe. So if you're a member of my membership community, the tribe, which is the online community for spiritually switched on women, our challenge this month is going to be really focused on receiving, and what you receive and how you're receiving it, and how you're listening and letting the universe know that you are switched on to what's going on around you. You then make sure that you have a really positive, supportive group around you, whether that is online or in person. And if you are interested in the soul confidence communities, we have got the tribe, which is the online community, and I've got my soul confidence sister minds. Now I have a live event happening on Monday to celebrate the summer soul, it's called the Soul Summer Solstice. It's to celebrate the summer solstice, which is happening on Wednesday. But I have this live event on Monday, which is going to be awesome. But this is it's all about having that community around you where you can show up totally as yourself, so authentic, and get that plug in and get that energy and get that inspiration. So you are taking that out into your life, into your relationships, into your work, into your business. We are not designed to go alone. It just doesn't work. We will get in our heads, we will keep ourselves stuck, we will get frustrated, we'll feel like we're the only person that's ever done this thing that we're trying to do, and we'll get really burnt out. So we have to reach out and use our communities and be part of those, and to ask for support and receive that support. Now then, moving from that, you have to be able and willing to take imperfect action, and not to want to micromanage how the perfect scenario is going to appear so that you'll be able to do X, Y, Z or feel X, Y, Z. All you're doing there is future tripping and also giving all of your power away. Okay, so I'm going to pop the links below, so if you want to come on board and join as an online member, you can do. And also to let you know how you can get your ticket from Monday. I've only got 8 spaces left from a live event which is celebrating the summer solstice. This is all about women coming together in community to be inspired and to inspire each other, and to have that safe space to let that mask go and totally show up completely as yourself. I'll pop the link in and how you can come along and get your ticket for that. If you are interested in getting 50% off your ticket for the event on Monday, which is the 19th of June, 10 o'clock till 4, it's going to be a whole day of awesome, incredible soul confidence support. You're going to get yoga, meditation. It's going to be a beautiful summer picnic. We're going to be really looking at how you are receiving the love that's around you, and we're going to look at how you can implement and take action to bring about real success in your life, work and your business and relationships. So if you're interested in getting 50% off on Monday, I will let you know how you can do that. So I'll pop the links below. Let me know how you get on with this, and let me know if there's one kind of micro action that you know you could take today to allow yourself to feel more joy and more peace through making those decisions to drop the perfectionism and to take some imperfect action. If you think this will resonate with any awesome women you know, please share, and I will see you soon. Have a beautiful day. Bye.